the ELEC143 coursework demo for the group Wrath. Everything is currently built and deployed and debugged onto the BeagleBone. Currently we have bacon setup run, so the LED display is clear. So this is task 1, so if we type ls, we can see that our coursework is on the BeagleBone. So if we then deploy it, it will ask the user to enter a number. We're going to say number 4, and then whether we want a dot. We're going to type 1 for yes, hit enter, and then a 4 with a dot pops up on the display. This can then be repeated by just deploying the code again, typing in say 9, and then 0 for no dot, hit enter, and then a 9 and no dot pops up. This can be done with any number from 0 to 9, and even if the user types in something wrong, say they type in the number 3, it will still re-ask them to type in an actual digit, and even if we do something out of the range, it will keep asking them until they enter something correct. So if we go 4, no dot, the 4 again then pops up. Okay, so moving on to task 2. Again, this is all built and deployed onto the BeagleBone. Bring up our web browser, and then this is the CGI form for task 2. Just please select an LED number and whether you want a dot by typing into the URL. Type number equals and dot equals to turn the dot on and off, and then the value of the slider will also be displayed along with the state of the switch. So if we just type in question mark number equals 6 and dot equals 1, hit enter, we get the 6 and the dot, and it also comes back saying you specified 6 for the LED number and yes for the dot. Current value of the slider is this integer and the button is up. If I then just move the slider, just hit enter again in the URL, the number then changes. Again, if I just move the slider a bit more and then hit enter again, the number changes again. This time I'm going to have my finger on the button here and then rerun the form, and then the number comes back as down. The value comes back as down. Then taking my finger off, type it in again, and then the button is now up. Okay, so moving on to task 3. Again, this is already on the BeagleBone. So in the URL, we have the HTML file. This brings back this web form. Now what I've done is I've edited the HTML to change it from a text box to radio buttons, and then this allows the user to just select which button which number they want, and this will get rid of any errors such as typing in an incorrect value or a word or just anything like that. So we can again select 5, select no dot, hit submit, 5 and no dot is displayed, and we get this results. You've selected 5 as the number and no for the dot. I've also included a reset button which had to be put into the code, so we actually print out this button as a submit button but just call it reset. And what this is I've linked it back to our HTML file. So if we go back onto the internet, we hit reset and it will take us back to the original page, but it doesn't actually reset the number on the BeagleBone. But then the user can then select another number, 1 with a dot, submit, 1 and a dot, and then you've selected 1 and yes for the dot, hit reset, and we can go back. So that's the ELEC143 LED display coursework for the group Wrath.